Back at Sherwood Pines today. I went to Cannock Chase yesterday. You can find the video on my channel because I had to take the van in and have some work done in Leicester. And Sherwood Pines also happens to be not too far away from Leicester, so why not take the opportunity? It's a beautiful day. Let's visit Sherwood Pines. We are heading into the blue first. This bit of blue is actually quite new. They've done quite a lot of work to the trails, certainly the blue trail through here. Changed it, added bits, rerouted some of it, and this is the first single track bit of the blue trail. Good to practice corners. Right, this is another section of a new bit of blue. Nice and flowy. Good for practicing corners again. I think this is another new bit. The blue and the green share quite a bit to start with, and then you get the blue signposts off to the single track. Because this is where the blue used to start. You basically just ran a fire road and then you'd get here. So the fact that they've added those bits of single track in, I think is a really good idea. Again, good for me to practice my corners. Never underestimate a blue trail. It may look flat and boring with no features, but it's good for practice. Now we're heading up past the bike park, which will be on our left, and we'll stop in there in a minute. So the bike park is in here, just off the blue trail. You can get to it from the red as well, but it's easy to go in from the blue, and I always tend to go in from the blue trail. So you have a start ramp in front. I personally think that's pointless here. Some people use it. I generally don't. I generally ride straight in. What you need to know about this bike park is don't be fooled by the lozenges. If you come here and you ride the 2-dot lozenge trails and then you go to Forest of Dean and think you can do the same, you'll come a cropper. These aren't proper downhill trails. They do point downhill. There are some features on them, but they're nothing compared to actual proper downhill trails. So just beware. So the first trail we're going to do is this one on the left. Now, if I recall, there's a bit round the corner here that's got a bush in the way. It's a bit difficult to see where you're supposed to be going. So I'm just going to take it easy. Haven't ridden these for a little while. Yeah, here. Oh, practically garroted me that. Be a bit careful coming through there. And there's a big right, well not big, but tight right corner here. Yeah, get around there. As we all know, right corners are not my thing. And the rest of this is just kind of like a roller coaster. So up and down, up over the blind summit there. Nothing to worry about. This is rollable too. And then just a gentle gradient now. And back onto the fire road or the blue trail, and you can ride back up and do a different one. So the next lot of trails that we're going to do is down here. There are several forks you can take once you come through here. All of them go over this rock garden to start with. So we're going to go off to the left here. That's rollable. This is rollable too. Little jump there. Rollable, 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 little pop. So they meet up here in the middle. This is all rollable too. And then we're going to go off to the left down this one. The biggest obstacle on these trails at the moment is the plants getting in the way. Over the rock garden again. This time we're going to go right. Try not to hit that tree, and we're going to keep going to the left. Jump there. You can roll that though, it's not that big. Some nice swoopy berms. A little push. Again, that's rollable there. More swoopy berms. Right, we're going to go left here. All of this is rollable. And here we are back at the bottom. Over the rock garden yet again. To the right. Try not to hit that tree. And we're going to stay right this time. A little push off that. Nice little jump, that one. Burn. More rocks. And we're going to stick right here. I think they might fill some of these berms up a bit and actually done a little bit of work. That is rollable, or you can pop off that too. Rocky little wall ride thingy there, which I've avoided. And here we are back at the bottom. So we're continuing on the blue now. And I think this is the end of the single track on blue now. I think the rest of it is just fire road. Joining up with the green. And And here we are heading back now. You can see the visitor centre in front, the cycle hire place, and that's the Blue Dam. So this is the start of the Red Trail. It's been renamed the Outlaw Trail. It used to be called the Kitchener Trail, not sure why. The Outlaw Trail obviously referencing Robin Hood. And we are at Sherwood Pines, so that makes total sense. And here we are coming into Flying Pig. I've made Flying Pig jokes way too often, but I think you get where I'm coming from. I hate this bit. Impossible in the wet, this. Well, I find it impossible in the wet. I'm not that good at it in the dry either. There we go, done. Ah, here we go. Down the rock garden. Yes. Easy. Right, so let's have a look at this rock garden. So you come through here and you've got this scary looking sign there. But actually, I don't know how this is being picked up on the GoPro. It's all completely rollable. I'll get out of the way just in case somebody comes. If you don't want to do it, you can ride down here. And you can see where my bike is, you can go over and do that. But if you want to do the rock garden, here it is. It looks quite intimidating as you approach it, but hopefully you can see from this that it's actually fine. It's really not that bad. So if you do come to Sherwood Pines and you come around the corner and are confronted by the skull and crossbones, don't panic, you can do it. So after that nice little rock garden, we head off into a section called Sanctuary Wood. I think we've got a bit of a climb now. There's not a lot of climbing here at Sherwood Pines. It is fairly flat, but it's an undulating trail. So actually at the end of the day, when you look at what you've done, you will find, if you've done all of the trails and the downhill stuff, that you've actually done a fair bit of climbing. The elevation gain is actually quite high. So we've got a couple of little drops here. And a very tiny rock garden. In fact, let's go and have a look at that. Right, so be very careful when you're walking back up the trail the wrong way. It's very quiet here today and I can't hear anybody coming. But you can see a couple of little rocks here. Very, very easy to roll over, absolutely nothing to worry about. Further up here, a couple of drops, totally rollable. And this one too. Totally rollable. If you don't like the look of them, you can always go around the edge. You can see where people have snaked through, but honestly, really nothing to worry about. unexpected rocks. More unexpected rocks. Oh, another big berm. I'll lean around this. There's a drop here. That's quite cool. We've got here another drop. Into another big berm. And some more rocks. That's quite fun. I quite like the next lot of trails. No, I like Hellfire Alley. What are you doing? So they send us on a diversion through a whole load of machinery. It seems a bit odd. Anyway, this looks different. This is very different. This must have just been cut. There were trees here last time I came through here. I'm all confused now as to where I am. Oh, this is more familiar. I think this must also be one of the old original bits of trail, which has obviously eroded over the years and not really had anything done much to it. In fact, I think a few years back they were diverting you around this. I don't think this was actually used. They have changed the red trails as well over the years. I think you might have come out on the right there. Not sure. I'd have to go back and look at my trail maps, and I expect somebody who rides here regularly and has done for a long time can tell me. But I'm sure a few years back you weren't coming through that bit of trail, and now suddenly you are again. I think that might be it now for the single track on the red. What used to be the final bit of the red single track turned into some of the blue, I think. I think it's just fire road now, yep. That's it. Heading back to the centre, having done the red. So we've done the blue, all the downhill trails and the red trail. And as I'm riding now, we've done 21.2 miles and over 1,400 feet of climbing. So although Sherwood Pines is flat, if you ride it all, you'll get some distance and a bit of elevation in there, so it's not as bad as people say. I really like it here. It's been a beautiful day, so come to Sherwood Pines, you'll like it. I hope you've enjoyed today's video at Sherwood Pines. We've covered the blue, the downhill trails and the red. I hope it's given you an idea of what it's like here and what the features are like to ride. And if you are thinking of coming here, I hope you enjoy it. If you've enjoyed today's video, please like and subscribe and check out the other videos on my channel. I'll see you next time.